Northwood High School football has winning tradition. 10 titles in 13 years in the Toledo area and in the Toledo Area Athletic Conference. They also shared a Suburban Lakes League title back in '91, and one man has been there for all of them. Contrary to popular belief, Ken James has not been the head coach of Northwood since the Beatles. You can ask him, but you'd have to catch him first.
Hey, Coach.
What? Coach James is in his 31st year at the helm, longer than some of the men he coaches against have been alive.
When I got into it, I was 25 when I got here. I had no idea. I barely survived my first couple years. I was lucky they didn't fire me.
Now, when you've been around that long, you start to see history repeat itself, and that doesn't mean the same plays or the same teams, but the same names.
Tim Romsat.
What is your dad's name?
Tim.
So you're a Tim Jr.?
Yeah, Tim too.
Coach James not only is coaching you now, but he coached your uncle and your dad. What is that like to play for a guy who coached your uncle and your dad?
They know how he is, and he basically, they both know how he acts and ask me all the time about how he's like still. He's definitely toned it down from when they played.
Coach James estimates he's coached the brothers, uncles, and dads of the majority of players on this year's squad and a number of his teams since 2009.
For me, it's fun, number one, just to see the parents are still around, that I coached years ago, so we were able to share some interesting stories sometimes when I was young and maybe a little bit crazier.
Yeah, they definitely have shared about how crazy he used to be.
Yeah, a couple times in the locker room, and Coach James can get pretty tough on us, and my dad always tells us what he did during halftime when he was in there.
We've got one that graduated a couple years ago. If he's talking to you from the other side of the doorway, you think it's his dad. He's got the exact same voice. You couldn't tell the two apart. Yeah, and typically they're good kids. We know we can push them because their dads know what it was like, to work hard and to have to push yourself beyond what you think you can do. So from that standpoint, it's pretty easy. It's always been easy for us to coach their kids.
And one final note, the guy in the Beatles shirt, that's not Ringo. That's assistant coach Tony Bullimore. He also played for Coach James and was part of that 1991 title team. His son is on the freshman team and will continue what has become a Northwood family tradition.
Raise your pride!